There are a lot of famous cities in France, such as Lyon, Paris, and Marseille that people always want to go. But there is one city that not so famous, but actually that city have a lot of history and interesting places to visit. The name of the city is Toulouse. It is the capital of the French department of Haute-Garonne and the region of Occitanie. Toulouse is located on between a bend in the Garonne River and the mighty Canal du Midi. Toulouse is the fourth largest city in France after Paris, Marseille, and Lyon, and is the fourth largest metropolitan area. Now, I will share some interesting places to visit in Toulouse. The first one is Basilique Saint-Sernin. Basilica of Saint-Sernin is one of the most important and magnificent church. Built in the 11th to 13th centuries, this impressive basilica ranks as the largest Romanic church in Europe and still in existence. Constructed from the red bricks typical of Toulouse, the basilica has a 5-aisle nave and 3-aisle transept in the Romanic style. The church is dedicated to Saint Saturninus, the first bishop of Toulouse, who was martyred in the year 250. Then, in Toulouse, we also have a very interesting place which is Carcassonne. It is one of the most popular tourist attractions of southern France. Carcassonne is a perfectly preserved fortified city. Viewed from a distance, the grandiose crenellated ramparts and turreted watchtowers give Carcassonne a fairy tale look. Tourists will enjoy wandering through this open-air museum, soaking up the old-world ambience and admiring the marvelous Gothic architecture. The last one is Musée des Augustins. The Musée des Augustins is a must-see cultural attraction for art lovers. The museum presents an overview of Western art spanning the centuries from the medieval period until the 1940s. It has more than 4,000 items in its collections. The museum boasts a diverse and comprehensive catalog of fine arts. Among the museum's most prized treasures, it is the assortment of Romanic sculptures. This is one-of-a-kind collections contains architectural remnants from 3 Romanic buildings in Toulouse. Visitors can take their time admiring the extensive art collections while discovering the historic building, with its graceful architecture featuring a monumental stairway and spacious sunlit rooms. I will share the best foods in Toulouse. Toulouse cassoulet contains beans and duck. It is named after its traditional cooking vessel, the casserole, a deep round and earthenware pot with slanting sides. Le Colombier, Le Biberne, is one of the restaurants that serve delicious cassoulet. The next one is Saucisse de Toulouse. It is a fresh sausage originating from Toulouse in the southwest of France. It is made from pork, salt, and pepper, and usually various additives. La Mer au Scarnat is one of the restaurants that serve sauces de Toulouse. The last one is Le Fenêtre. It is a tasty traditional Toulousian cake containing almond meringue, apricot jam, and candied lemon. La Mer au Canard restaurant in Toulouse is one of the best restaurants that serve this dish.
Bonjour madame, je m'appelle Abdul Halim Hafez bin Mohd Halil. So now I will continue to present about the festival that celebrated in Toulouse. So the first festival that celebrated in Toulouse is Toulouse Violet Festival. The Violet Festival has taken place in Tourret-sur-Loup since 1952. Violet production became the village's main agricultural activity in 1880. Today, only the Victoria variety is cultivated in Toulouse. It can be identified by a simple petal flower with a strong fragrance standing on a long pedicel of around 35 cm. Every year, in March, the Violet Festival rounds off the violet season and celebrates spring. The village streets are full of activity from 9:30 in the morning with dance, rants and local dances. The whole village is full of flowers and the sweet scent of early spring. A floral procession starts in the early afternoon. The day ends with the flower battle, which everyone can take part in. So, the second festival that celebrated in Toulouse is Rio Loco. It was created in the middle 1990s. It was initially called Garonne, the festival that opted for its current name, Rio Loco. Artists from regions where a river flows are invited to each edition. Then, in 2011, with the arrival of Halil, the co-founder of Transmusical de Rennes, he opens himself up to ideas of other cross-functionalities. It takes place along the Garonne with 3 stages in a 6-hectare park, the Pré des Filtres, combining music, shows for young audience, visual art, outdoor cinema, storytelling, circus, and graffiti. It reflects the diversity and richness of the guest countries in the festive and popular spirit. So next, I will present to you about the interesting sport in Toulouse. The first sport that played in Toulouse is rugby. The name of Toulouse rugby team is Stade Toulousain. Stade Toulousain, of the top 14, is one of the most successful rugby union clubs in all of Europe, having been crowned European champions 4 times and French champions 20 times. Their home ground is the Stade Agnes Wallon. Stade Toulousain have also won a record 20 French championship titles. It is traditionally one of the main providers for the French national team. Next is football. Football is one of the sports that famous in Toulouse. Toulouse Football Club is a French professional football club based in Toulouse. The club was founded in 1937. Stadium de Toulouse is the home of Toulouse Football Club, which located within the city. Toulouse have participated in European competition 5 times, including in 2007, where they qualified for the UEFA Champions League for the first time. As a conclusion, Toulouse is one of the must-have to visit places because in that city there are a lot of places to visit, and the historical buildings such as Basilique Saint-Denis and Carcassonne is the most visited places in Toulouse. Other than that, there are various types of food that visitors can try, such as cassoulet, sauce de Toulouse, and le fenêtre. Last but not least, this city is underrated, but it is one of the places that interesting to visit. So that is all from us. Merci, madame.